What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea All Shade, Ready to Love Season 3, Episode 2 review. Okay, you guys, so in tonight's episode, the singles arrive at the house so they can all meet each other for the first time. I must say that Vernisha arrived looking so pretty. I loved her weave. I loved her fuchsia dress. It complemented her skin and her shape. She looked really pretty. Um, Troy, old deformed face ass, arrived thinking he the shit. Like that nigga is so funny looking. He is such a bugaboo, old, just tell anybody anything, just a horn dog. He just really disgusts me. And then it face he be making, and that's supposed to be his sexy face, and he be looking a mess. So Chris arrives. Her real name is Chrysanthemum, but can't nobody else pronounce that shit. She arrives and she still got that energy like, I can take it or leave it. I don't need to be here. I got two jobs. Like she just seemed like the type that just not for the shits, and I love it. Um, she and Stacy both like AJ, the producer who ain't produced no hits. And we'll talk more about him later on in this review. I knew they was gonna like him because he was tall, chocolate with a beard, and those are all the things that you need to be running away from. So Liz arrives and connects with my boo David. You know, he's the one that I would have had my eyes on if I would have been in the house with everybody. I would have fucked him the first night. Yeah. I would have been his fourth wife, third wife, or however many wives that nigga didn't had. I would have been one of them motherfuckers, because I would have rolled that dick immediately. So she tells him that she was in a gospel group and that, you know, she's heavily into church, and they connect over that. And he was like, oh, you can sing for me. Child, she was like, oh, you really gonna put me on the spot? Will you sing with me? So he tell her to sing some old gospel song, child, and she get to singing, child. And I was like, no wonder your career didn't take off as a gospel singer, because she couldn't sing worth the damn. I was like, girl, you sound cute for around the house or in the shower or in the gospel choir at church, because they got to let everybody in. They can't turn nobody away. But you can't sing. I'm like, nigga, if you want a bitch that can sing, you need to come over here. I know His Eyes on the Sparrow. That's probably the only gospel song I know, but nigga, I know it. I can sing to you. I go to church every Sunday in my bathroom. I go to church every Sunday in my bathroom. When I'm in the bathroom taking a shower, brushing my teeth, I listen to my sermon. Sundays, I listen to Pastor Davis. I listen to Apostle Davis, Sheridan, and her father and her mother, her beautiful mother, Miss Tina. Yes, ma'am. I know Jesus. I know him. I know Lazarus. I know Job. I just learned about Nicodemus. Nicodemus. I just learned about him this week too. We was talking about him Sunday in church. Who else I know? Noah and that ark, that boat he made. I know about him. I know about Goliath, David and Goliath. I know about Ruth and Boab. I know about him. You know what I'm saying? I know about all of it. You know what I'm saying? I might not know how to know, hymns and scriptures, but I know a little something. You know what I'm saying? I know a little something. I know Jesus. Me and him are like this. So, Khalil arrives, but his outfit was horrible. It was dingy. It didn't go together. Looked like he got it from the thrift store. He looked wrinkled and ugh. So he talks to Tressa. Tressa is the young lady with the afro, but he wasn't swaggy enough for her. He ain't swaggy enough for himself, child. Kyra arrives in this bomb ass green bodycon dress, giving us body yada 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 yada. Jason immediately pulls her to the side. Jason is the school teacher. He's not shy at all, and he needs to be with them teeth. Them teeth are dangerous. You need to proceed with caution when dealing with him and his teeth. His teeth can't even close in his mouth. Like, they like, I can't even do it. Them teeth need a warning sign to come along with him. I just know he needs to be a little bit more shy walking around with them choppers. So then, I don't even know the girl real name, but she called herself Fly because she thinks she can dress and she can't, but we gonna call her Flea because that's what she looked like. Flea show up looking like she was going to a Kojic convention. I don't know where this girl thinks she going. She had on this suit that was a cape with some wide leg pants. And I'm like, you're here to meet a man, girl, not go on a job interview. Where you going? Like, she looked a mess. So Tommy tells all the singles that he brought back Chris from season 3. Remember, we liked season 3. The first couple of seasons of this show, I watched it live on Instagram with you guys, and we really like Chris. He got done wrong. He just needs to step his game up a little bit. So he comes out in an orange suit this time. Last season, he came out in a fuchsia hot pink suit with no shirt on. But this time, he had on an orange suit with a shirt on. I was like, okay, we got to upgrade. He looks really good, though, in bright colors because he has very beautiful, smooth chocolate skin. So Tommy tells them that 2 people will be going home that night. And everybody is like, oh, okay, this is something that they do every season. 2 people always leave night 1. So Flea tells Jason, the teacher, that she has always thought he was cute. Come to find out, they know each other because her son used to play on his basketball team, and he was her son's coach, but she never got on him because her son played for him. And she was like, I was like, damn, I look a hot mess. I'm not living up to my brand name. He probably don't find me attractive. You haven't seen me this fly. And I'm looking like, ma'am, you're trying to find a man, but you're dressed like a youth minister. Like, you're not fly, sis. She up here looking like she about to interview somebody on the red carpet at the Stella Awards. Girl, you look a mess. And she really thinks she can dress. And then they did a whole little vignette of her and her clothes. And she had on this rhinestone saggy bodysuit that didn't even fit in the booty. It was saggy like she had doo-dooed on herself. Girl, she look a mess, and you can't tell her that she is the baddest bitch walking. Girl, she has Giselle syndrome. You know how Giselle on Real Housewives of Potomac, like she said in her opener, I'm the baddest bitch walking. I'm the baddest thing walking and talking, and just look a mess. Delusions of grandeur. So, Jason Teeth, like I said, was just attacking my screen. Ida, the young lady with the short haircut, I think she was the only one there with a short haircut. She said that she liked to be called Vicky. Everybody called her Vicky because of the show Small Wonder. If you were an 80s baby like me, then you remember the show Small Wonder and the little robot named Vicky. And she said that she liked to be called Vicky because of her. And I'm like, bitch, you're crazy. Like, bitch, you're crazy. Like, the fuck is you talking about? I was like, yeah, get her crazy ass off the show. She on medication. So Amber talks to Khalil and asks him what is his flaw in a relationship. Now remember, Amber is the lawyer. She's very like robotic, straight lace, very like in your face, blunt. And he gonna say mean girls, and she was like, no, what is your flaw in a relationship? Mean girls. And I'm like, and you wonder why you single, you idiot. Like, this is the reason why you're single, because you don't even know how to have a conversation with somebody. You put everything off on everybody else and don't want to look at your own flaws and your own, mishaps, not mishaps, but your own downfalls. You know what I'm saying? He want to blame everything on the woman, but no, nigga, like, you whack. So Liz thinks that Joel, the widower, is fine. I said last week that I felt like because he worked out so much, that he was going to be the type that be like policing what the fuck you eat. Tonight's episode made me look at him a lot differently when he had the conversation with Vernisha. They sat down and they connected over the fact that they both have children. And we really got to see his personality a little bit more. He seemed very down to earth. I really liked his New Orleans accent. He seemed like a cool dude. He seemed like the type that, yeah, he likes his body and, he likes to work out. But judging by the fact that he liked a woman like Vernisha, who is meatier on the thicker side, I was very surprised by that. So I was like, shit, if I wanted him, I would have had a chance. You know what I'm saying? He thought that Vernisha was just so beautiful, especially considering the fact that she had a 19-year-old. And I liked their chemistry. I was really feeling it, but I still got my eye on Joel. It's just still something about that nigga that just got my antennas rising. There's just something about him, Jesus. So Stacy, Vernisha, and Kyra discuss Christian. Christian is the mailman. Cute guy, but he's just... he's not assertive at all. So they call him over to the table, to get him to open up some more. They even tell him that, we felt like you weren't being assertive enough. And all I could concentrate on was that man lining. That nigga lining was on a slippery slope. That nigga lining was like this. It was like his lining was fucked up. I was like, who did that to your head, my nigga? So he just came across like a little scared little boy. He was even dressed like he got his suit from the Gap. Like no big dick energy. Like he looked like somebody like you a babysit. Like no. So Andrea tells Diedrich about her missing cat and how she think it was stolen. I'm like, why are you sitting up here talking to this man about a fucking cat and you trying to get a man? Bitch, if you're gonna be talking about any cat, it need to be the cat down there. Like, what? Like, come on, people. Like, work with me here. So Tommy talks to Kyra, Vernisha, and Stacy. Kyra and Vernisha both say that they like Joelle. Stacy likes Diedrich. Ida, Flea, and Tressa like AJ. The nigga that ain't got no money. Going off looks. So none of the ladies, however, like Khalil or Christian. I wouldn't have liked neither of them niggas neither. I wouldn't have liked none of them niggas except for my boo, David. And maybe Joelle a little bit. So some of the ladies don't like Ron, the nigga that looked like Kyrie's daddy, and I most definitely wouldn't have liked that nigga because he would have gave me flashbacks and I would end up beating his ass. So Kyra, we find out, actually has went out on a date with AJ, the producer, before, and she tells Tommy that it was one of the worst dates she's ever had. She says that her friends and them call him El Cheapo. And I was like, I told y'all last week that nigga ain't got no money. Let me prove it to you. He tall, he chocolate, he got a beard, all the fuck boy qualities. I ain't really feeling them, Bernie. The fact that he a music producer, who you produce for? I ain't heard you drop no names, aka you ain't got no money. I told y'all that nigga ain't got not now bit of money, and she proved me right. I was like, I know a nigga without no money, child. So Kyra was like, she ordered her drink. She ordered drinks and she put her card down on the table, you know, because she had an open tab. She said she went to the bathroom and came back and the bill hadn't been touched. He didn't even try to offer to pay the tab. And I was like, because that nigga ain't got no money. He producing hits for SoundCloud. Like, girl. So Tommy says that one of the men have to leave that night. So the ladies vote out Khalil. Wham, wham, don't nobody gonna miss you. So I just wanted to know which one of them fake ass bitches, when they said that Khalil was voted out, gonna say, what? Like she ain't know what was happening. I'm like, who fake ass said that shit? I hollered. So the singles mingle again, and Christian and Andrea on the couch looking like two versions. You know, like them two nerds at the prom that don't nobody want to dance with. They just standing on the wall looking like, hey, you want to dance with me? I don't know. You want to dance with me? Like, they just look like two fucking nerds. So Flea and Troy, she liked Troy ass, even though he funny looking, and he brings up taking her on a trip. Mind you, early in the episode, he was talking to one of the ladies and was like, I want to take you to Cancun. I think it was Vernisha. He said that too. He was like, I'll take you to Cancun. He one of them niggas that like to stunt in front, acting like he really gonna spend a dime on you. He probably do that to get women, because you can tell he know he is not the shit. He seems like the type that tries to use money as a way to lure in women. But girl, he just so whack and just disgusting. He looked like the type to me that like fuck bitches without condoms all the time. Like, ugh. I was like, girl, bye. That would not turn me on at all. You just met me 5 seconds ago and talking about taking me on a trip. Boy, get your ass out of here. Who do I look like? Boo Boo the Fool? So, Jason immediately gets red flags when he sits down to talk to Ida, aka Vicky. He thinks she talk too much. And child, she do. The lady crazy. Like I said, she on some type of medication. So Kyra talks to AJ about their date, and she tells him that, you know, she reached out to him after their date, that she brought up the fact that, you know, he didn't pay the bill, and that he said to her that she needed to change her dating traditions. So you broke and you an asshole. I told y'all even on my review last week that he was an asshole, a broke ass asshole. So he was like, that his card that he had with him that night basically got declined. He ain't had no money. And so he was just like, you know, I'm gonna just let her pay for it this time. But like she said in her confessional, you know, if you ain't had no money, that's one thing. But then the fact that after the fact, you try to make it seem like I did something wrong. Like, he tried to straight up gaslight her like she was the problem. So not only did you not pay for our date, but then you gonna try to be an asshole about it and tell me I need to change my dating traditions because you ain't got no motherfucking money. All you got is looks and probably some good dick, and that's it. Girl, get the fuck out of here. You tall, dark, and broke. Like, boy, bye. Don't like him. Told y'all he wasn't shit. So, Andrea talks to Ron, aka Kyrie's daddy. They both want kids and they connect on that until he says that he would want her to stay at home and take care of the kids. And she immediately was not feeling that at all. I'm like, boy, if you don't get your big box head ass somewhere and sit down. So Joel tells Tommy that he really likes Vernisha and Chrysanthemum. Troy, Chris, the male Chris, Ron, David, both like her too. Chrysanthemum really is a hit. And you know why she's a hit? Because she got that take no prisoners attitude. Like I said, when you act like you don't give a fuck, when you got that nigga, I don't need you type attitude, like I'm not beat off you, niggas love that shit. Niggas don't like all that thirsty ass shit. They like a bitch that they can fucking chase. And that's why all of them liked her. And that's why I told y'all she reminded me of my motherfucking self. So, the guys, however, did not like Andrea, Ida, or Tressa. I told you that some of them niggas weren't gonna like Tressa, and it wasn't even about her personality, just about the way that she looked. I don't think that Tressa is a bad looking woman though. Ida crazy though. So Tommy then shocks everyone by telling them that a woman will not be going home next. It will actually be another man. So he tells Ron and Christian that they were in the bottom. Ron, however, is shocked by this because he just thought he was in there like that there, because I guess he think he cute or something. But the ladies end up sending Christian home and his Easter suit child. And Tommy lets everybody know that this season will be filled with curveballs. And that was the end of the episode. I thought this was a really good episode too. It was strong enough. I'm really starting to connect with some of the singles on the show, starting to see who's liking who. Right about now, my favorites as far as the guys, I would have to say is David. He was my front runner, but he seemed like he got issues because he been married I don't know how many times. He'd get somewhere and sit the fuck down and figure out why the fuck he always want to be with a bitch. And I like Joel, but like I said, he got some vanity issues to me. It's something ain't right with that nigga, and we gonna find out what it is. I ain't really feeling none of the other men off the top of my head. I like Chris, but Chris ain't got no money like that, so he can't do nothing for me but probably fuck me. As far as the ladies who I'm feeling personality wise, I'm really liking Vernisha. I really like Chris. I like Kyra, and I like Stacy so far. I think those are the only ladies that I can think of off the top of my head. Let me know down below in the comment section who you're feeling, what you thought about tonight's episode. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like, and subscribe. I have a new episode of Behind the Scene Tea out today. Tomorrow will be an all new episode of Spill the Tea, so make sure you guys tune in, turn on your notifications. I love you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.